Hello and welcome to All Systems Go. I'm Abby. I GM Tales from the Loop, and I have my three lovely players, Logan, Sarah, and Sean. And today we're diving into these three kiddos' lives. Do you want to go through and kind of talk about your kids a little bit and what's been recently happening to them? And we'll start with Logan.
Sure, yeah. I play Borge, codename Smokes. And he is, I think, having the best time out of the group. Because he's not upset or anything. Let's see, what's going on in his life? His mom went shopping at a hospital, and it's really unnerving. And so he had the school janitor follow her around, and we'll see what that does.
Perfect. Sarah?
Yeah. I play Emmy, codename Janet. The most top secret codename ever. And Emmy, our fearless leader, is had a rough session last time, and she is currently has the condition upset. She tried to lead Theo and just failed that role, and so now she's just disgruntled with the whole situation, namely because the librarian Mona, who was her friend before she disappeared, she's discovered Mona is both A, dead, and B, the evil genius behind the monster that we are going to have to go bludgeon to death or whatever. So there's a lot happening there. And then she's also upset because, she discovered a photo that had a picture of her that she has no memory of. There's a person in that photo who she and her family have no memory of, and someone's following her. So it's really just curiouser and curiouser.
Awesome. Sean?
Yeah, so my name's Sean. I play Theo, codename Breaker. And Theo is your average angsty preteen. He likes to think of himself as more rebellious than he really is. And he's going through kind of a lot right now because his one of his best friends slash confidants slash one of the only adults he trusts was recently involved in building these killer cyborgs and almost being killed by said killer cyborgs he made. And is now stalking Borge's mom at Borge's request.
Spending the day with.
Right, spending the day, making sure
he's an unseen bodyguard.
Maybe okay, bodyguard. Yeah, is maybe a nice way to put it. So he's pretty upset. I think he's very emotionally fragile right now, and I think he really wants to kill some cyborgs.
Perfect.
So that's the goal for this week.
So the current mystery that you're sitting on right now had to do with Theo's Bond, who's the janitor. And you found that janitor had some weird duplicates running around the school, so you investigated that. You found in the chemistry lab some freezers with some body parts and some mechanical parts, and you pieced together that various cyborgs were being built as time went on. So you took down one of them, but you found out that there were more of them, and then you talked to Per, and he opened up a little bit about what all happened. He said he and Mona created that original one. That original one didn't like itself and didn't like them, so it took off and started creating its own better versions of itself.
It was very self-conscious.
Distinction, the first one was made out of animal parts.
Yes.
And not humans.
Not human.
Humans were only used once the animal part cyborg went went rogue and started killing.
And then I think you went to the library to kind of read a little bit and see if you could find Mona's research and blueprints for the original one. So you found out that original one was weak to lightning / water / electricity. Just get Lady Blackbird on the case.
Yeah, where's Lady Blackbird when we need her? Gosh.
Also bludgeoning because it has no skin. And you already know that the other ones are easily spooked.
You just gotta spook them. That was the
Don't
hot
you
tip.
know?
And that was the hot tip from last time.
Give them a good spook.
Just spook them a little.
And I
They're
think,
little darlings.
I think you also found out that some of them that have been created since the original one don't like what they're forced to do, so they may be more friendly.
Theo has not decided how he feels about
Yeah.
that piece of information.
So I think you three are all in the library. Theo just showed up, and somebody tried to spook him.
I tried to spook him.
And Emmy just found this information on the cyborg you're trying to go after, and I will drop you there.
Sweet. We know that it lives in the basement, right? Why do I imagine it living in the basement?
It lives in the basement.
It lives in the basement, yes.
I was like, is that true, or is that some conjuring of my mind?
Nope.
Okay. So we need to go to the basement, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It lives in its mom's basement, literally.
It does. You're right.
Okay, yeah. And I guess the other cyborgs could be guarding it, technically, is the only thing.
Well, just spook them and they'll run away, and then
Yeah, but where do they run to? Back to the basement?
away.
Away. Okay.
Come on, Theo. You just want to hit things.
Yeah, I do. But for Abby, like with the birds, and we had that
Oh yeah, we had
sort
this
of
special.
linked test thing. Is that how this will also work eventually?
Yeah. So extended trouble is how every mystery ends.
It's resolved. Okay.
And
yeah.
I should actually probably. Well,
Like, I'm
figure it
curious,
out when we
like,
get there.
Okay, so we're not quite there yet
Yeah.
necessarily.
Well, you need to get to the basement, and then depending on how you get to the basement, that'll affect how difficult the test is. It'll
there
probably
any-
be either 2 times or 3 times you all, depending on how successful it is getting back into the.
Are there any like windows in the basement, like window wells that we could like look down into the basement, or
Roll
Is it all
fate
underground?
die.
is that
We want to
just
do a little peeky
D6?
peek.
Yeah, just a D.
2.
No, the basement has no windows.
The answer is no.
It's a storm basement.
We'll build our own windows. by
Go get a
breaking
shovel.
Get
down-
that tractor.
You've got a tractor. Just
We'll be back in 1 minute.
oh goodness. Okay. So Theo's like, would we know? I don't think off the top of our head we would necessarily know if there was like any special entrances or exits from the basement. But
I could
could we
investigate.
maybe look up, some like blueprints?
I could investigate the blueprints of the school and the library. I'm sure that's, because schools, they always put them on the wall.
Oh, they do like to hang them up. Well, also fire escape.
Also,
I
OSHA
could.
violations.
OSHA, this is Sweden. They don't have OSHA. I could contact the architect of the school.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or the fire marshal, and then we could report them for not having a fire escape, and then he would install one, and we could go down it.
Fire marshal's a good idea because we need
Except
those
we
fire
can't talk-
hoses to
We
flood the
cannot
basement.
talk to adults. They are ineffective
I know.
as a rule. I can investigate.
Can't rely on them necessarily.
You're
Okay.
investigating the premises?
The library to see if they have like plans. You know how they like to have the architectural details listed.
Sure, yeah.
Also, we have the keys to the library, so we can get into any locked files.
Yeah,
And
it's
the librarian's
true. And
dead,
if-
so she's not going to come after us.
And if we see any, I don't know, anything that doesn't match on the plans with reality, we can maybe find a secret way in. There's
So
no way I can.
Borge is still watching the entrance, ready to spook anything that comes
Okay,
in.
good.
1 success.
Nice. What are your questions?
My questions are many. Investigate. Gotta scroll. Okay. So I'm assuming like Emmy is like, I know I've seen these plans before. Let's like before we go bludgeon things, let's go like look over at the plans. And how can I get into the basement?
Okay, yeah.
Into, out of, or past the basement.
Secretly.
So I think the basement probably only has one entrance. It's like a stairwell that goes down maybe from like a small, like maybe the janitorial room where Burr kind of hangs out, maybe in his office or something. There's stairs to the basement, and those stairs to the basement go down, and then the basement is fairly sizable, and then there's like a little furnace room as like a secondary room attached there.
Like a furnace.
So sneaking is going to be hard.
Do we want what's hidden here, or do we want what threats can I perceive?
We kind of already know what's hidden. Yeah,
Or we
maybe
Or what if my
threats.
question is, where is it? Where is it? Where is basement? Sure. Then do you want to say what's hidden here in the basement, or like what don't we know yet about the basement
Okay.
situation?
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe it's like a super spy movie where it has
Perfect.
air ducts that go in, into, and out of the basement that are fairly sizable,
Yes.
because the furnace is down there, so that would make sense.
Just fall into the furnace.
We'll just inhale the noxious fumes.
No
Well,
problem.
because we can't use the sprinkler system anymore, right? Because we said that it was busted.
Yeah.
So we can't sprinkle it with water.
To bring our own sprinkler system somehow.
You'll have to bring our
Water
own.
balloon war.
Just take a hose and run it through the air duct.
That's not a bad idea either.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you with my spy moves. Okay. So
Well,
Emmy,
we need some electricity.
Emmy relays this information, and she's like, guys. So I checked out the basement, and there's a reason why we've never been there. It's because there's only one entrance, and it's by Per's office, and like the stairs are definitely going to, like, people are definitely going to know we're going down the stairs. But stay with me on this. There are air ducts that we can just pop in. Maybe even, can we get in from the library? Can we take an air duct from the library to the basement? Just like take a slide down.
I don't think that there's an air duct that connects the library
Damn.
to the basement.
But she points to the map and she says, but if we go here near the old chem lab to the right, if we take this air duct, it'll connect right to the basement. It's a great plan. So either we go charge straight in and they know we're coming, or we sneak in through the air ducts. You know which plan Emmy likes more.
I like the air ducts idea. I think we need some weapons to help us out. Borsch, you got any like old car batteries lying around at the farm? Any old tractor batteries?
Borge is
Any
our
old-
go-to person for.
Yes, I'm an arms dealer in my spare time. I would imagine he would.
I think you
Like,
would.
I mean, there's a
Probably.
whole trailer
Yeah.
with like a cab on it.
Yeah.
That we
Yeah.
can rip the
I mean-
battery
I'm thinking we can like make some like electric, like CPR machine style thing.
we can defibrillate the thing. That's great.
Defibrillate
It's
it to
electric.
death. And then Theo might like make some water balloons or bring a like water gun. A super soaker water gun. Did those even exist in the 80s? I have no idea.
Probably.
Wait, you said it's right next to Per's closet? The stairwell?
Hmm.
I'm sure he has like a mop sink. Let's just put the hose from the closet down the stairwell, turn it on, and come back in like 50 hours.
50 hours. Yeah. But then you've just pushed them. It's like bugs, you know. They've just risen to the next level. They have enough time to evade the flood. They're not actually gonna be trapped
Well, that's the only staircase.
unless
They
we
can't
spook
walk in
them
the water.
from the other side.
Just sit at the air vent.
You
and
get
poke
back
'em.
there! You get back there! Don't make me use this mop.
Spook.
Uh,
Ugh. I'm trying to think what Emmy might have. We got a ham radio.
Yeah. Does Mona have a car? And is it parked in the school parking lot?
Oh, she probably did die at school, so her car would be there.
wouldn't they have towed it? Didn't they clear out all of her belongings at her house?
Her car's not in her house.
Her car is at the school.
So we can just take her car battery. She won't be needing it.
Just run her car. We can just drive her car through the school into the basement, and then we have an armored vehicle. We have a tank.
Yes. Let's try not to commit felonies, I'd imagine.
Emmy is like, I still want there to be
What are you?
school.
People are dead. I don't care
Theo.
about felonies.
Emmy's like, felonies are all well and good, but this is school.
Oh yes, got to be very careful about the school.
At least, because if you don't have school, that your parents are gonna send you.
You're not wrong.
So you want to keep some of the school intact.
Barely.
Also, if you drive a car through the school, they might send you to
Car
that boarding
battery.
school anyway.
Who's gonna know? There's no one here. He's already in trouble. They don't have
cyborg.
cameras. The cyborg, yeah, the cyborg.
Okay. Well, let's probably not go down the stairwell. So the air
Not
ducts
yet.
make the most sense.
They do, yeah.
Sort of.
But I think we're unprepared at the moment, and we can have a little more backup, so to speak. Because can't you make items by tinkering?
Yeah.
Doesn't Borge have good tinker?
Borsch has amazing tinker.
Make a
What do you want?
defibrillator.
I love how we're like, Borge, make this weapon to the most kind-hearted person.
Weapon.
What do you want? I'll make you a water gun that shoots an electrode from the car battery as well, and then you just shock them from afar.
So you made me a taser.
Out of a water gun and a car battery.
Borge is our MacGyver.
Okay.
What are you doing? Are you making that?
Well, what do you want actually?
I think the water gun with the taser sounds great. Emmy's like, does that sound like something Janet would have?
I think-
yes.
I mean, it sounds like something.
Or we flood the basement.
That or
and
just
then-
a regular taser.
I guess that's. Yeah. I was like, flood the basement, and so they're standing in water, and then drop car battery and just electrocute all of them while we
Okay.
stay in the air ducts.
This is what I'm gonna make, Abby.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally a car battery
Mm-hmm.
and 2 metal poles with like rubber gloves
Mm-hmm.
on the ends of the poles so that you can just touch something with the 2 metal poles and shock it. Give it a good electric spook.
It's like a cattle prod, but
Yeah.
Electric
with 2
spook.
poles.
Okay, sure.
There are no OSHA violations in this.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna think about it too hard.
So
You know, maybe it's
poorly
maybe it's
wrapped,
two,
like,
two thin
insulated
ones,
tape
so
around
you
it.
can like hold it in one hand,
Yeah.
rather than like both of them.
yeah. Before you roll Tinker, you'll need to acquire the car battery.
Go steal it, Theo.
Theo,
Yeah. I'll
lockpick
break
that car.
into Mona's car.
Okay, how are you doing that?
I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna pick it with my homemade lockpicks.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna hotwire it. Because I'm a 12-year-old who knows how to hotwire a car.
No, we're trying to take the battery out, not turn it on.
Well, I imagine we want to get it, like, I don't know, to your place or something. Where are you building this? In the school?
Yeah.
I guess
In,
we
like,
could use
Purr's
Purr's
closet.
Closet, yeah. Okay, whatever.
I mean, I'm sure Purr has metal doors lying
Roll
around. It's fine.
sneak, I think.
Sneak?
Yeah.
Okay, with my homemade lockpicks
Yeah.
as a bonus. All right. 2
Ooh, good job.
successes. And my extras for sneak are not particularly amazing. Find something unexpected, I guess, is the best.
Okay.
2 batteries.
She has her
Or
own
more
taser in
of
the
what you
car.
were looking for. Yeah. She already has a prototype cyborg
She's
disabler.
got a flamethrower.
What would she have? So, yeah, you get in there, you unlock the car, you unlock it, you pop the trunk.
Unless she maybe has like plans for the AI, so we could like hotwire the AI, like we could tinker with their AI.
I don't think
Or-
she has that. You pop the hood, you get that battery, and you remove it. And what else?
Car batteries are so heavy.
They're so heavy.
I was like, I know this is heavy, but I don't know how heavy it is on the top of my head. Oh, we need like a whole backpack set up for this.
Maybe she has. Maybe she has something that she used to spook the other ones before they got her. I don't know what that would be. Maybe. Oh,
Like one of those peanut cans, but there's.
Is
the
there
little
like a
snakes
tone
inside.
she could
A
play?
whistle. Or yeah, like a loud one of those.
oh,
like,
maybe there's a dog whistle or something. Yeah. And
Yeah,
the new
they
ones
just make
have
it.
hearing, so then the dog whistle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay. So, Theo breaks all this stuff open. He takes the liberty of rifling through her car while he's at it, finds this cool whistle, gives it a blow, is like, this is broke, but I don't know, maybe Emmy will think it's cool. And decides to bring it back with him. And then it attempts to open, pop the hood and pull out this
Yeah.
really heavy car battery and is like, nope, I'm going to need Borje for this. This is too heavy. And then he runs back and grabs Borje. It's like, Borje, come on. I need you to pick up this battery.
You need me to force this thing?
I need you to do something.
Yeah, you can force it or you can move it, probably.
Force.
Yeah.
So I will just give it a lift right out of the thing. Ooh,
Good job.
2 successes. Hmm.
You can pin your opponent.
I could make it unconscious.
You don't need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future.
That's pretty
I
good.
think I'm gonna avoid any collateral damage of removing a car battery.
Okay, that seems fair.
It's also solid.
And
You don't want to
then-
be electrocuted by accident?
Nope. And then
Right,
I'll
you
just-
reach in, unhook this battery, no problem. Lift it out. Carry like hay bales and bags of grain and stuff all the time. The battery, no problem.
No problem. I'll take it back to the library. And then get to work on tinkering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tinker.
So,
Do you want me to lead? So you can
so you're
have
gonna
help?
be over my shoulder trying to tell me how to build this thing?
No! He was the one who had the idea in the first place.
Okay,
We're
that
kind
makes
of
sense.
retconning a little bit,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like
That makes sense.
Thea's like, yeah, I got an idea. I saw it in a movie once. So they had this like battery and it was hooked up to these poles or whatever. And then I don't know, somehow the charge goes through it. You know, I'm not big into all that stuff. So you just grab it and then it's like a electric shock thingy. Yeah, you got it. You can figure it out, Borje.
That's
I believe in
Star
you.
Wars. You're thinking of a lightsaber.
Yeah. I fell asleep halfway through. All right,
Oh.
let me lead.
Please.
2 successes, so that's 4 extra die.
Nice.
I had to roll so many dice.
I know, which
Okay.
means you can make a really good item, which is why this is awesome.
Okay, so Abby will tell me what it takes to build something.
Yeah.
Some examples.
I already
Might
told
be-
you you needed a battery.
Oh, great.
Acquired.
Acquired. So then I just tinker?
Yeah.
Okay. And I get 4 dice
Yeah.
from
4
you?
extra dice, yeah.
The heck?
One success.
I feel like I
Oh.
want to re-roll that. Right?
I'm curious. I feel like sometimes the reroll button doesn't add in the bonuses, but that's just me. being
It
suspicious.
usually does.
It
Do
does.
we want to get greedy here?
I mean, I do want to, but we're probably gonna have to go through the whole end session.
It's your luck,
This-
Borje.
This like
Okay.
session. So you might need that reroll for when we're trying to get all those successes later.
Yeah, I won't do it.
The spark
Okay.
saver.
Yeah, I'll just take that one. Now
Okay,
it's
so
gonna
you
be called
get
the electric spooker.
a +1 electric spooker.
Oh my gosh! +1 electric spooker.
I'm so sad that that was not more effective. But at least we have it.
Can we upgrade it like later?
Yeah, probably.
I want to reroll so bad. Do I have to use the next roll? Right? Oh,
You're supposed to, though I think we circumvented that rule for Sarah once.
that's fine. Bor's just happy with his work.
Theo is also happy with your work. Gives you a good slap on the back. It's like, good job, Borje. This looks great. Now, how do I make sure I don't kill myself?
How are you carrying this around? Now you've made
It's-
it.
Yeah,
It's
so the
definitely
battery.
got a whole backpack set up.
It's a backpack with a car battery in it and 2 wires coming out.
It's
To,
very
like,
Ghostbusters.
wrapped in plumber's tape.
Super
Like,
yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Super
With like a rubber
Ghostbusters.
glove. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 2 little.
we've got
metal
2
poles
like
coming
work
out.
gloves. Oh, he's got like the stereotypical like lunch lady gloves, like big yellow gloves. It's great.
Fantastic. All right. Anything else?
The only other thing I can think of is like trying to have water somehow
We can.
before trying to sneak.
We're gonna go past the chemistry lab, so I feel like we can pick up some things there before we go into the. So like we can fill up.
Grab those Erlenmeyer flasks, fill them up with water.
Grab those. I was thinking like dry ice. I don't know.
I don't think that's
Theo.
going to do what you want it to do.
We can have cover a fog, Abby.
Open the door, put down a bucket of dry ice, close the door. Wait a couple minutes, open it back up.
Drop it
It's
from the
just-
vents. Where did this come from?
Walk down there, fail to have any oxygen
We
left.
could fill latex gloves with water and use those as water balloons, okay?
Or Theo could just go steal some from a drugstore or something.
Oh, balloons?
No, dry ice. Yes, balloons.
Do they just have that at
If
every
we're-
corner store?
They actually kind of do sometimes.
Otherwise, I don't know how, other than like a bucket, we could carry a bucket of water. It's
Yeah.
I was
probably
thinking
easiest.
like an array of water balloons, but that's the best I got. Someone can rapid fire throw water balloons. We're going for war.
I just
Or
don't know where we get balloons.
I'm sure there's like one of the
We don't-
classrooms
none of
has
us
like a
has
party
balloons at our
supply.
place.
Yeah. There's probably a party supply.
Borge is gonna have. I mean, not Borge. Per is gonna have gloves in the.
Per has like
Um,
leather janitorial gloves, not little
He's
neoprene
gonna have
gloves.
some disposable gloves. Okay,
They probably won't pop. We'll just throw a glove full of water and just slap them and then fall to the ground.
it's bludgeoning
bounces
damage at that
and just-
point.
The
He's weak to
perfect
bludgeoning.
weapon.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. Let's just go.
Okay.
Let's just try and sneak through those vents.
Okay, now make sure you don't touch this thing to the metal vent or we'll all die.
Does it have an on-off switch? Can I?
Oh, it doesn't.
It's just-
It's just a live
No!
wire.
It's impossible.
Okay, yeah, maybe it does have a trigger that you. Yes.
Otherwise, we
You have to
would
go clear.
immediately kill each other. Oh my gosh.
Contact. Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
contact.
like who wants to lead in the air ducts? I could see Emmy being totally fine leading the way, or if somebody else, if whoever has the car battery wants to be first.
Yeah, who
The
has it?
electric spooker.
I think that Theo really wants to have it on a
Okay.
personal level,
Mhm.
so he can really mess up these cyborgs. Yeah, and he can lead with the sneaking.
I mean, I was gonna say we probably don't even have to sneak because if we're banging down the vents, it can't hear us.
Yeah, I can't hear you. I think it's a group move. So you all have to roll.
Group move. Okay.
Yay!
Not great.
Do we get a bonus for finding out that using information we found out
You do.
about?
You do, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll that move.
Good
Ooh,
job,
2
Theo.
successes, so I can give a move to someone.
Wow, everybody,
don't need it.
everybody did.
We don't need it, so then I'll use that move advantage for no one notices you?
Okay, sure.
For me, at least.
Yep.
They
The-
can't notice you over us banging behind you.
I'm the super secret electric ninja.
It's Theo's going first, so you
Yeah,
find
first.
the entrance to the vents near the chemistry lab, a little bit past it. You pull off that door and you all get into these vents and start crawling through. Who's last?
Emmy,
Borge,
I-
probably?
Who do you close up the vent behind you then? Or do you leave it open?
I don't think Borge would think to close it.
I think I'd be too worried about us in front of him to maybe close it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd close it.
Okay. So you're getting into these vents and you look behind you and you see this fur-looking robot like kind of peeking around the corner at you, and he like waves and he goes like this. And then he just leaves.
Yeah, we never figured out why there was a robot that looked like Purr, right?
It leaves?
It leaves. Yeah.
It leaves the school.
Can I spook it before it goes?
I would like to buy a spook.
It
Sure.
peers down the vent, Abby? Is that what you
Yeah,
meant?
it peers
Or-
down the vent and it kind of
Oh,
like
God.
looks encouragingly at you and makes like
I
a
don't like that.
Either it's looking at us encouragingly, or it's like super excited because it's gonna go flip the furnace on and kill us.
Okay, spook it with move.
Okay. Move?
Or something else if you think so. I don't know. I don't
I was
think
gonna say like force, maybe.
Oh, sure. Force works too.
Okay.
After your run-in fight with the birds, you really up-leveled your confrontational skills.
No,
Nope,
he hasn't.
I take it back.
Yeah. So I see this thing and I like try to turn around to like spook it.
And it's gone by the time
It's
you get
gone.
around. Amazing.
Theo just looks back and is like, Borge, what are you doing? Borge! Focus!
It's Purr. Theo's Purr.
What are you talking about? Focus.
Okay, I'll turn back around then. I assume these are like small little vents.
Yeah, they're not big. I mean, you can fit in them. They're like the big square vents, but
But you can't just spin around.
no.
Willy-nilly.
Well,
All right, so you're all smashing your way down these vents, banging your way.
Dun, dun,
Clank, clank,
dun,
clank,
dun,
clank.
dun, dun,
And
dun,
Theo, you're following Emmy's instructions as she kind of like tells you the ways to go through these vents, and you slowly make it down and down and down until you reach another like exit. Exit
vent.
Yeah. Great.
Okay.
Is it like in the ceiling or is it on the
No,
side?
it's on the side.
Okay. Can I like see anything out of the venting?
Yeah, you can comprehend.
Stop making me make those rolls.
Theo's not smart.
Do die.
So no, you can't see anything out of the grate. You can hear some like various like tool sounding like metal against metal sounds.
Oh, that's right.
Um,
I forgot that we're gonna see the assembly process.
Okay, can I sneak out of the vent
Yes.
to try and sneak up on this
Yes.
one main
Yes.
person?
Would you like that? Okay, we could start the extended trouble now if you wanted.
I think so.
Or- okay.
I mean, I think
So I think you all have been pretty successful and prepared, so we're gonna make it 2 times characters, so it'll be a level 6 difficulty.
yeah. So we each
Um,
get one roll, and we have to get 6
You each
successes.
get one roll, and you'll go through and say what each of you are doing, and then you'll roll in order. And you have to get at least 3 successes, and then you can take conditions to get additional successes up to this.
Right.
So 6 is pretty easy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think, I mean, so if we're doing that, then I think more specifically or like overall, Theo wants to do a sneak attack with
Yep.
the cattle
spooker.
prods, the electric spooker. So that's gonna be like his main. That way he can, because I want that item bonus from
Yep.
the electric spooker.
I think
Two.
Borge is gonna charm it.
Okay.
Charm,
You're
or you can
last
charm the other
out.
ones that are here.
And he's gonna try and talk to it and make it understand that it's hurting people,
Okay.
mainly as distraction, so that Theo can electric spook it.
Yep. Okay.
It's electric. Does like investigate work in this sense? Because I would be like figuring out like what his master plan is. Like
No,
it has to be like a defeating kind
Yeah.
of action, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Could it be could I do like calculate to see how his like machinery works?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say that.
Okay. Cool. So, Theo, you carefully, quietly, hopefully, remove.
Yeah, I think maybe Theo. So yeah, so like I am like super carefully with my lockpicks, like undoing the screws for the vent and stuff, and I'm like just like teasing it ever so slowly and quietly open, and then I think he's like maybe whispered a little bit with Borge and Emmy, and so he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna sneak up behind him, Borge. Remember, you said you were gonna try and distract it by talking to it, and then Emmy, I'm gonna get in position, and once you figure out where it's weakest, tell me, and I'll strike right away." And so that'll be like her calculate will tell me
Yeah.
where to strike,
Yeah.
or yeah, whatever it was.
Okay, so I think
Okay.
Borge should roll charm first.
Sure.
Okay, so Borge just hops out of the vent. Do I see it? Like, is it?
Yeah,
clearly
it's there. It's like building some people pieces.
What
You-
is
you
it?
smell-
What
you
does
smell
describe
the
set the
stinky
scene
stink?
for me?
Do we see the stinky stink pipe?
Yeah, you do see the stinky stink pipe.
And like maybe we can hear like a quaver in Borge's voice as he's
Yeah.
talking to this
So
monstrosity.
as you exit this vent, you see almost like what seems like it could be a conveyor belt, but it's not. It's just like there's like a process flow, but obviously it's not an actual conveyor belt. So it could be like rolling along, but this thing is just like rolling on its. And I imagine the robot cyborg thing itself, it has like the animal fur parts like sticking out and like various bones just like everywhere, and it's super ugly. It has like a robotic face with maybe like a jawbone holding two like metal pieces together. And you see on the back of its neck like an empty spot where a little metal label thing would go.
The license plate.
Yeah.
Do I still have it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think you do. I don't think you gave
I
it to
think
anyone.
I do, yeah.
And I don't know. I don't think it has legs. I think it just has.
I imagine it's just in a mop bucket pulling itself across the floor.
No, I think it has. It
That's
has
why it's
like
so self-conscious.
conveyor. What is that called when vehicles
Tracks.
run on? Yeah, it has,
yeah,
it's
like
running on a
tank
track.
tracks.
So as it's building along this like long table, it's like rolling its little conveyor track like down, and it'll pick up different pieces and work on them. And you can see this mishmash of human parts is beginning to look like the thing that it's working on. But it doesn't notice you as you come out of the grate. What do you say to it?
I'll whip out the license plate. Hello? Good evening. What are you doing down here? My name's,
Can I offer you some cornbread?
I got I guess I think you lost it.
You look mighty busy.
I don't want to interrupt what your little operation you got going on here, but allow me to interrupt your operation, okay? And then I'm gonna like walk away from the thing so that it's following me.
Yeah. So as you start talking to it, I think it doesn't like immediately turn to look at you, but then
it can't
it
hear
can't hear. Yes.
This is going really well.
This was a really good idea.
You can show him the license plates still.
Your face is just so charming.
It like is working, and then it sees movement out of the corner of its eye, and like whips around and looks at you, and then you can roll charm to see how successful.
Yeah, I think I'll hold out the license plate, like I don't know, like you would to an animal, like walk it forward. Yeah. Well, I forgot it could not hear.
We all did.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
gonna re-roll that.
Oh
Okay.
wow!
Oh wow, very good. Yeah.
Okay, so
Wow.
we automatically have it. So
Yeah,
let's
you're good.
see if you guys can pull your weight.
All right. Who really wanted to re-roll for this one item and not for the defeating of the boss here?
So it whips around, like at a scary speed. And it kind of like cocks its head at you, and you're talking at it, and just kind
I'll
of
cock my
moving
head
around.
back.
Yeah, and you're
Oh.
kind
You
of
just
like
are
moving. So,
mirroring.
and it turns its head to watch you. Its head away from the vent, and then Emmy gets a good look at its internals.
Yeah, Emmy is like slowly creeping for like every movement that it makes, like forward. Emmy is like taking a step forward. And she's like, in its shadow essentially. And she had seen the plans that Mona had drawn up.
Yep.
So now she can see them in reality and kind of like isolate, like she can see where things have broken down that
Yep.
like we're supposed to be working. And can I use my pride, which is I'm not afraid of anything? Because I just am like walking up to this scary robot thing, investigating it, or is that not?
That gives you an automatic success
I
after
think it would
you
only give you
roll.
once.
And it only gives you
Oh,
one.
I was thinking it was a die,
No.
but okay, then I'll just roll calculate.
Calculate.
Calculate. Come on, big money.
Oh my goodness, you guys are
Hot
crazy!
Damn.
I don't even have to do anything.
And I am like -1 on that.
Oh
You
my
just find
gosh,
an
yeah.
off switch. You just
You
flip it
rolled
off.
4, 6, 6, 6. That's
This is to
this is
make
why
up
I
for my
can't
last
play
session.
blades with them. Yeah. Also, last session we had a lot of trouble. So
did. So Emmy, you are sneaking up, and you see, like in its side, there's an open area for whatever reason, and maybe there's a couple of cords that go by, but you can see inside there's like a conglomeration of animal hearts that are all like hooked up to each other and pumping like out of sync. You're like, that's it, that's the one.
And I like make eye contact, and we do like our fake spy hand movements where we think that we're like part of a SWAT team.
Really, you could just tell him because the thing can't hear.
but we all forgot.
We all forgot. And so she's like, she does.
All right, and then Theo will sneak and electric spook it
Electric spook it.
to be no more. Hopefully.
Use
All
that
right.
electric spooker.
Right.
I guess. Do I need to re-roll that?
No, you don't. Because you
Technically?
have 6
Does it
successes.
give us any benefit to have over the amount?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I think you're good. I think as Theo's sneaking up, it may maybe it spots you out of the corner of your eye, and then you just dive with this electric spooker, aiming for where Emmy's pointing.
Just anything at this point.
And you can see it raise one of its arms, and you can see it has really sharp metal claws that it's created for itself, and it raises its arm up, and you stab it in these hearts, and it shuts down. And you hear the whirring come to a stop, and it kind of slumps, and all of the parts just kind of squelch a little bit.
I don't like this.
Terrifying.
It's a little bit of that burnt hair smell.
Yeah. Very sulfurous,
Electricity.
and the sulfur gets
Ugh.
stronger as you can hear kind of a gas leak start happening.
Casual gas leak.
I mean, it's the stinky
Maybe
stink
don't
hole.
spark that thing any more.
Yeah,
plug
true.
the stinky stink hole with something.
Okay. All right.
Can we see any of the other little the spookable
The spookables?
creatures?
No, there are no spookables down here.
There are no spookables.
Okay. Well, Theo turns off the electric spooker
Uh-huh.
and sheaths his weapon, and
Doom.
kind of
Like,
I don't know. I think he kind of kicks it a little bit just to make sure it doesn't do anything, and then he's like, "Okay, we got to get rid of this. We could use the furnace, maybe burn it up." I don't want to take it apart. Throw it in the ocean?
we can't leave it in the basement, that's for sure.
No.
Emmy's like, okay, but wait, let me look at everything first. Let me figure out what this whole operation is about before we destroy anything. Because I think she's a little worried about the spookables. Just
The spookables do need to be dealt with.
the spookables just running around, and somewhat having autonomy, but not actually, but maybe. So can she just investigate the room to see what there is? I don't know if that's a comprehend or an investigate.
Probably comprehend.
Okay. Just to see what we can learn. 0 successes.
Not much.
Not much. Do you think it's worth a reroll?
Mm,
Not really.
I'm sure them having autonomy is fine.
Maybe they'll just die on their own like the birds did.
Yeah, or they'll
Keep murdering people.
Keep
to
murdering people.
Recreate themselves.
It's
Fine.
fine.
Emmy's like, what? She looks around and she's like, I have, this was made by a mind I cannot begin to comprehend.
You don't have a PhD in cyborg studies?
No.
I think maybe you hear some footsteps coming down the stairs.
Theo gets against the wall, turns on
Yeah.
his prod, and his electric spooker is ready to.
Then the footsteps stop, and you don't see anything actually come down the stairs.
Is there a door? Can we see the stairs?
You can see there's a door, but the stairs turn. So, something came down halfway and then stopped before it turned.
Oh, but there's no door at the bottom.
No, yeah, it's just
Okay.
open.
Okay.
Borje, go charm it. Get it down here.
Howdy. Who's there?
You see a little purr face peek around the corner.
Actual purr?
Well,
Not actual fur.
He's a spook. That's how we know. Can he be
peeks
spooked?
its head around again.
Come here now. I gotta show you something.
It's like
It
shaking
comes
bag
down
of
a little
cornbread.
bit.
Now, try to get him into the room past the door so that he can be
Comes
electric
down
spooked.
some more.
Theo. Yeah. Can Theo sneak, I guess, to
Yeah,
not be
yeah.
seen?
Sure.
I'm not sure. Do we want to just get rid of the cyborgs, or do we want to try and talk to the spookables and
Do
see
they
if they can
seem
be?
like they can understand language?
Yeah, are you talking to it? I mean, it
Yeah.
starts talking to you, I think, back.
Horrifying. Okay, yeah.
And it's
I
like, it was like a garbled purr voice. I was like, "Thank you so much for saving us."
Oh, no problem. We just wanted to help.
Is it gone now?
What do you? It? Yeah.
Master.
Oh, yeah. He gone. He shouldn't be a problem no more.
Oh.
Yeah, we spooked him
Even
real good for you.
electric.
We spooked the life out of him.
We spooked his heart.
Are we
What
free now?
do you want to be free?
Yes.
Oh, well then. Yeah, you can be free, but you can't hurt any more people. You hear?
Oh, we do not want to hurt any more people.
Oh, you hear that? He'll turn and talk to Theo. Like, oh, you hear that, Theo? He don't want to hurt no one.
Theo is like, Borge. I don't know if that is. You know, they have a bad track record.
We don't actually know who's been killing. We only know that do we know if the spookables have killed anybody?
The
We only know
spookables
that...
have killed everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
jeez.
killed
Okay.
the head. What is the word for the other one? The non-spookable.
Yeah.
The original.
The original was telling them to kill people and bring them body
Yes.
parts.
Yes. I mean, they can't stay alive, we're assuming, if they don't kill more people.
No,
I think they can.
yeah, they can. They're
Okay,
can't
their
make
body
more
parts
cyborgs.
are
fully
gonna riot.
functional,
Yeah.
but they
rot?
can't make more of themselves. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are they
Well, we
going to live, Borge?
Well, I don't know. Out,
They can't
maybe
live
they
in
can
the
start a
school.
farm somewhere. Oh, I know where they can live. There's that ship out on that island. You know, where that bird machine was.
That's not a bad point. And they're weak to water. They would be
Okay,
surrounded by their weak
They
fish.
can't get off the island because it's water. Until they make a new cyborg out of bird parts, develop light, and come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, until they repurpose that magnitude ship and they start their reign of terror from the skies.
Well, we can deal with that when that comes in.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That's just another day at the Tales from the Loop.
How many other
By that
ones
time,
are
we'll
there?
we'll have a sea monster on our side,
yeah.
so it'll be fine.
How many brothers and sisters y'all got?
Well, you got rid of one, but that was the bad one. So there are 3 more.
Coincidentally.
Wait, how many?
3 more. Plus
And
me.
the bad one was the purr that we killed. Do they all look like purr? What is wrong with Mona?
No, Mona didn't make them. The bad guy made them.
Yeah, the
She
bad
just
guy.
made
Mona
the
just-
animal part. She made animal part, dude.
She made a cyborg to make more of her boyfriend.
No, she didn't make it. She made it to help her at the library.
Worst experiment ever.
So bad.
It's
Oh.
dad issues. Let's just leave
Yeah.
it there.
Hello, creepy animated animal parts. Can you tell me where this book can be found? Oh, it's checked out.
She was
Thanks.
trying to surpass the limits of like human consciousness
Yeah,
or
she
something
was,
like
yeah.
that. It's fine.
It's a lesson in humility. All right.
Okay, well we need to ask you and your brothers a favor. We need to dig a big hole. We got a lot of bodies to bury.
We do.
We're gonna need a tractor.
Okay, so you want them to help you dig a hole?
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
just like out behind the
Yeah,
school
they
or
can do
something.
that. We got
Give them some shovels and be like, "We'll come back in 2
four
days."
cyborg purrs digging a hole, and it gets done quite quickly.
Yeah, they're like superhuman strong.
Yeah.
See that? Then we'll have them. You know, if they're just gonna listen to everything we do, maybe
They're just
we should keep 'em
grateful that
around.
you've saved them and are
Yeah.
sparing their lives and sending them to an island.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll have them toss the bodies down there.
Okay, yeah.
And the original's
Yep.
amalgamation of a body.
Yep. Okay, yeah. They'll do
Because
that.
it's also made of people, right? No, it's just animals.
Yeah.
Or did it
Animals and-
replace part of itself with people?
We
No, it
don't want to
didn't.
know.
Okay. Well, animals deserve burials too. And then we'll just cover 'em
dump
up.
all that junk in the
I feel
hole.
like Borje probably says a few words because he feels like he needs to. Like he's like, "You were good in theory." I'm sure you didn't mean
I mean,
it.
this is literally where Mona is buried now, so
You're not
Who
wrong.
knew her?
True. True.
I knew her. You
I
knew
knew
her. Oh,
her.
she was the librarian. Yeah,
Yeah.
you loved
She
her.
was the librarian.
Let's go find her favorite book, and you can put it
Okay.
on
Emmy
top of her
Emmy
body.
scampers off and she takes the research and she buries it. She
Mhm.
takes the research and she's like, "Mona, you went to the dark side. Too much knowledge is a dangerous thing." She
Very
takes-
Frankenstein over here.
I mean, it is though. And
It
she
is.
throws her research in the burial ground along with her favorite book.
Perfect.
Yeah. Hopefully, no one sees a bunch of kids and the school janitor burying a bunch of bodies behind the school.
No
but-
Nah,
one's
it's
seen
summer vacay.
anything.
No one cares.
No one cares.
People
Alright.
avoid schools like the plague when it's out.
Yeah. And,
And I think they'll go through this-
sandbox over.
They'll go through the school and like make sure that everything's tidy for the end of summer, which is fast approaching.
Wow, they're good
They are
janitors.
so. Maybe the school should just keep them around.
No,
And then
Theo quickly vetoes that.
you probably find them like a rowboat and have them meet you there at some point and like row them all out to the island with the magnetrine ship, and then you three row back to shore and leave.
Bye
them
bye.
there.
Enjoy eternity on
Bye-bye.
this ship. I hope no one finds you. If anyone finds you, pretend you're human. No, don't. Pretend you're a robot. I don't know.
I mean, 4 humans who look exactly like the same person, pretend you're quadruplets per the neighborhood janitor. Don't worry about it.
Alrighty.
And that's
Okay.
that.
And that's that.
Just like
Now
Should
we
we
that.
just
take
have
a
to,
Yeah, we should
figure
take
out
a break.
this lake monster next. Easy peasy.
Right, we will be
Easy
back in
peasy.
10. Quick 10. And we're back. And since we just finished a mystery, we all get to have everyday life scenes. I don't know if you all have something in mind. No? Or if anybody wants to start, because I have.
Unless it's a per WTF scene.
I have some ideas.
I don't think
I
I have
have-
any ideas.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Because Emmy has had to put like her own personal investigation on the back burner with the with the advent of cyborgs ruling over the library. So I feel like I can see her being like, now that she has some downtime and she knows that like what's his face, because we don't actually know his name, follows her, she's gonna be like overly overt in
Mhm.
her movements. Like she's gonna be in the same place in like an attempt to lure him into like a false sense of security. So she's gonna like go. I can just see her for like the next few days. She like does the same things in the same places,
Mhm.
and maybe like her friend at her local author friend Hannah at the bookstore is just like, you were here at 3 p.m. yesterday too, but she's like doing the same things in hopes that he like follows her and is lazy, and she can kind of like
Catch him in the act.
or like catch a glimpse of him,
Okay. Yeah. Okay,
Um,
sure.
So
So yeah, what does your pathing look like? Where are you hanging out?
yeah, I feel like she she doesn't make the super secret hideout, like obvious, but she goes to Borge's house very obviously, like maybe at around like noon every day. She like bikes over to Borge's house, and she's like maybe giving everybody like a refresher on the ham radio security procedures. Like she's just like, guys, just be sure to
Immediately
use your
forgotten.
code names and so she like bikes over to Borge's house at 12 and like talks to his mom and kind of like is helping out there, and then she goes over to the bookstore cafe and she like sits down and has like a cappuccino and her Swedish fish, and at like 3, and then she goes back, I would say like, she goes back home, but she takes like all main roads. Like I feel like she's like standing in the middle of the road, like clearly visible, like leaving a trail, that kind of a thing. And I think like on the later days, she'll just kind of like wait until she senses somebody on her trail and like, whip around. Or like, wait until she feels like she's being followed and then like make it seem like she's still going the route she usually goes, but she's like turned into an alley. So she's like plotted. I'm assuming she's like mapped out the perfect plot that she can like turn down a blind alley and
Yep.
like see if she sees him like walking down, kind of a thing.
So
Does that make sense?
yeah. You spook a couple of random people that just happen to be going on the same path as you during these days, and you're like, huh.
Don't worry about it. Don't mind me. It's fine.
But I think one of the days along your path, you see kind of like a shadowed figure kind of like dip into one of the alleyways ahead of you, like knowing that you would be on this path. And they kind of just disappear down this road.
Nemesis. And she's like, every great hero has a nemesis. I guess we're fine. Okay, so she doesn't succeed.
But I assume that you go down that alleyway.
Yes.
Probably to investigate.
Yes, for sure. I'm not afraid of anything.
Yeah. And you can't find the person, but you do find like a little, maybe like on top of a trash can, a very conspicuous like little package wrapped in pretty simple like brown paper, and like with a nice little bow on it, and it has a little sticker that says for Emmy.
It's a pipe bomb.
It's a pipe bomb.
I was like, I have a secret admirer. Oh, but Emmy wouldn't think that. Sarah would think that. Oh, I think Emmy like picks up like a branch or like a long pokey thing, and she's like,
yeah, you kind of hear like you poke it down off of this trash can. You kind of hear like a light,
she's like, huh.
a light thump on the inside, but nothing, like it doesn't sound really heavy. It's just a little
There's
bit.
no beating hearts. There's no stinky smells.
There's no
There's
ticking
a pipe
sounds.
coming out the back, yeah.
There's no electrical sparks. I feel like she takes it and just like opens it there in the alley
Mhm.
with like whatever weird improvised tools she has at hand. Because she like doesn't want to take it home unless she knows what it is first.
Yep.
So she like takes the stick and like uses it to like cut open the paper and like not doesn't want to leave any fingerprints, but she's like opening it up and see what's inside.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
she
yeah.
uses like sticks to do it.
So I have a
What's
question
inside?
before I tell you what's inside.
Oh
When-
my god. I gotta know.
When did Emmy move here? Like recently, like in the last year? Or has it been longer than that?
I feel like 2 years. I feel
2
like
years?
Olaf and Emmy arrived at the same time.
Perfect.
In this town.
Is Emmy an alien? No. Okay, so you open up this simply wrapped box and you take the lid off. And inside there's a elementary school yearbook from like 4 years ago or something. With a little like piece of paper like bookmarked into it.
I obviously remember elementary school. So
Yes.
like this is not like I'm not like random yearbook. This is like, oh, this is my elementary school.
No, this is this school's elementary school. So this would have been a year that you weren't there. Yeah.
Okay. So she's like, oh, I'm gonna see what Theo looks like. Kid. She's like, what does
The exact same.
Borje. Yeah, it's a grumpy face.
Scowly.
So she
And
like
in black.
can still is like using the stick / like the edges of her shirt to like thumb through.
Yeah. So you thumb
She,
through
like-
and there's this piece of bookmark. So you pull out the bookmark as you're like kind of flipping through, and this bookmark is a picture, and it's of that same guy that you were in the picture with, but it's just him in this picture.
Is he in the book?
So yeah, you look through the book and you don't see him in the book, but you get to a page with a class like the year that you would have been in. Find Theo's picture.
And I go,
and you're kind of looking at these different people and trying to recognize them from your class and all this. And there's some people you don't know that have moved and stuff. And then you see your face standing there in the picture.
Of course. Oh no. Abby just shuts the book. And she goes, no. No.
This is fun because Sarah hates mind control and mind twisty stuff.
I do. I hate
You've
hypnotism.
been compromised by yourself.
So this is also like a personal worst nightmare. So
Emmy can't even trust her own mind.
she's just like, they're out to get me.
The paranoia skyrockets to new
conspiracy.
levels.
She throws this yearbook and like back into the box in the package and like throws it into like whatever backpack she has, and she bikes back to her house / room lab and is just like she like runs up, shuts the door, like puts her like do not disturb sign on pain of death, and like just sets to analyzing like every little thing she can about this package. Like, are there fingerprints? Like, and she's doing like rudimentary spy like fingerprint analysis. You know, she's like blowing dust on it, or like, you know, she's dusting it.
She's using her mom's blush.
Yes, yeah, using like face powder. And Yeah, and like looking at this like photograph in the yearbook and being like, is there any way this is photoshopped and someone's messing with me? Like all that jazz.
You want to roll investigate?
Heck yes, I do, because I need answers. And I'm freaked out, man.
Nice.
Investigate. I have had a lot of spy knowledge just waiting for this moment to shine. So 3. That's crazy. I get 2 questions. Okay.
I think you get 5 questions.
Yeah, 2 questions plus 3. So just ask all of them. What is hidden here and where is it? Or like hidden meaning, I guess, maybe. / what does it mean? Maybe it's
so
better.
On the back of the photograph, you see, like, the photo is like, you know how parents will date the photo and then like say the name of the person just so they know.
Johnny,
Yeah.
1987.
Yeah. So they've done that, and this is a photo from, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years ago. Also, like same time period ish.
Okay.
And it just has the date, and then it has initials, and then the initials are, the last initial matches whatever Emmy's last initial.
What is Emmy's last initial? Morganson. M.
Yeah, so it's JM. Is the JM and then the date.
M. Da-da-da! Okay. It's controlled breathing. She's just like hyperventilating. Some of these questions might not make sense. Can I perceive a threat other than the fact that I might be brainwashed?
No, I don't think there's any, like,
yeah, there's no ask. He's not like, meet me at dawn kind of a deal.
No, it's
There's
just information.
anthrax around the photo.
And the box wasn't trapped or anything, and like you check out the paper for fingerprints, and like there are fingerprints, but you obviously can't match them to anything.
She doesn't have a database in her room?
No. What about your encyclopedia? It has a comprehensive
I'll upgrade those hacking capabilities.
But it looks like, I mean, no great care was taken to package this so that there wasn't any like traces left. It seems pretty innocent.
Yeah, none of these questions work. How can I get into, out of, past something? How can I get out of this situation, Abby? Oh, Game Master?
So instead of you asking other questions, I'll just give you some other information.
Okay.
So,
Thanks.
So I think at some point, your mom comes up and knocks on your door, and you can smell the smell of freshly baked cookies.
Love my mom. So I let her in.
Do you?
You've used all of her super expensive blush. It's just all over your floor.
It's all over. She comes in and she looks concerned, but she realizes that you're a little frazzled. She comes up and she like
Mom.
gives you a little hug. Like, I mean, I baked these cookies for you. I know they're your favorite.
Thanks, Mom. I really needed this. Since sugar is her coping mechanism.
They're just sugar cookies with Swedish fish baked into them.
These are really good. What is this new?
Absolutely disgusting to anyone else, but Emmy loves them. Any other sane human being is like, no, get this away from me.
It's totally fine. It's great.
And so maybe that she comes in and she kind of hangs out with you and just talks to you for a little bit and then leaves. And that kind of brings you down off your high, and you like leave your room to go for a walk. And as you're kind of headed down from your bedroom down these stairs, you see like a nice little family portrait that's been framed in your house for forever. But you can see there's like somebody's arm that's not in the picture anymore.
They like tore
like
the photo.
It's torn or it's cut up. Like somebody's been cropped out of this picture.
Emmy was slightly calm. That is no longer true. The photos definitely, I mean, I feel like she waits until the dead of night and then like takes the photo off the wall and like investigates and like makes sure that it's torn and not like folded.
No, it's not folded. It looks, I mean, you can see it's not perfectly cut. So you can see that at one point it was cut. But you also remember...
Does it match the photo that I have in the...
No, I think it's different.
Oh, darn. Okay. But what were you going to say?
Your mom has treasured this picture forever, and you remember moving it from your old house to this house.
Great. Does it have... Ooh, like in the old... Ooh. Does it have a date? Like, you know how when you used to get film developed, it would have the date printed on the back sometimes?
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I can date the photograph.
Yeah. It's from probably the same time period-ish. Maybe it's a little bit older. Like, you were... How old is Emmy? 12? Maybe you were like
She's
6
12.
in this picture.
Okay. And the mysterious arm.
The mysterious arm is taller than you.
Is taller than me. And that's all we know.
Yep.
Great. Emmy proceeds to still takes her walk. Now she's like muttering and talking to herself the whole time and doesn't get any calmer. And I'm assuming has a twitchy night of sleep where she's like, lies!
Yep. Okay, cool.
So that's Emmy's.
Got
That's
nothing.
Emmy's,
Yeah, relating to that. Wow. Alrighty.
Theo, I think over this time, like Ingmarie has been really busy at the police station, so she hasn't asked you to go out on her boat at all. And maybe like
I
this
don't
is
wanna
like
hang out with
3
Ingmarie.
yeah 3 or 4 weeks go by and school's about to start. And you get called in to parent teacher conference with your mom and dad.
Even worse. Can Theo hide at this parent-teacher conference? Because Theo would do everything in his power to avoid this.
Sure. You can roll sneak, but it'll be difficulty 2.
He will try, at the very least.
Like, sorry, you can't go. I have to help Ingmarie find her abducted family.
Yeah, suddenly Ingmarie is much, much better. The police need me. Sorry.
Please need me.
All right. Let's give it a go. 0 successes.
Oh, I love that you're not able to sneak out of this.
I'm gonna check my luck and reroll. Oh, Theo tries. I can't decide if he breaks into the counselor's office or if he does something else really dumb. But he definitely tries, and he probably gets caught. Sad.
I think you just
Rip Theo.
Your parents have had this meeting on the calendar and have been talking about it for all week. You're like, I know what I'll do. I'll just disappear the day that they need me. But they find you bright and early in the morning, and they're like, all right, Theo, we're going to get you in your best school uniform and get you to the school 3 hours early for your
They know me too well.
You should have ripped the car battery out of the family car.
I should have.
You should have electric spooked the
Should
car.
have snuck out in the middle of the night.
And they drag you to the counselor's meeting, and they kind of sit down at this desk with your counselor who you've had issues with in the past.
Issues with a school official? Never.
And your parents and the counselor proceed to basically ignore you sitting there and talk about how, Theo's grades and attitude really need to improve, and your parents are like, oh, don't worry, if they don't improve this semester, he's going to the Loop Preparatory School, so...
What did we with the boringest boring school for boring people? I forget what our name for that was. Theo is proceeding to slump in his chair, slowly inching his way closer and closer to the floor, his head falling even closer. Yeah, I think he's just really quiet. They're not even talking to he's probably knows how this all goes anyways.
Yeah.
It's happened before. I don't know. He might have an outburst, but I haven't decided yet.
Okay. Well, they just talk. I mean, the counselor is pretty serious, and your parents are like, "Oh, don't worry. We've already pre-enrolled for next semester. That was the only time they had openings, and they're
pre-enrolled." Now Theo blows a gasket.
The episode where everybody's life goes down the tubes.
Yeah, I don't want a normal daily.
Are you ready for yours?
No.
I think, yeah, okay, so Theo was slumped in his chair, and then he hears the words pre-enrolled, and he just jumps up, looks at them, and shouts, pre-enrolled? You said I had a semester to turn things around, and you've already pre-enrolled me? What, you don't believe in me? You trust me? You don't think I can do anything? You guys are the worst. And then he just leaves.
Okay, sure.
Stomps out.
You hear the counselor on your way out. This is the attitude we're talking about.
He peeks his head back in and is like, "You're part of the problem." And then slams the door and runs away.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, does anyone mention any weird? They're not the chem lab was strangely. No, yeah, they're just
the librarian's buried behind the school.
We noticed some freshly turned earth.
No, I moved the sandbox over where we buried them.
Oh gosh. All right.
Borje.
All right, Borje.
No, please. Be gentle.
Yours isn't that bad. So you get a call on the landline one day, earlier on in these 3 or 4 weeks before school. And you don't get calls that often, but the phone starts ringing while you're home. and your ma tells you to go pick it up, so you go pick it up, and it's your aunt.
I have an aunt?
You have an aunt?
You do now.
Do I know about her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she's like, she's that, like, crazy aunt that doesn't have any kids, and since you're from a hick family, she's also gambled away all her money.
Ooh,
Consistently, like, she's always in debt looking for a place to kind of hang out on the couch and whatever. And so she calls
What's
you
her
up.
name? Aunt who?
Aunt Maggie.
Oh, hi, Maggie. Well, we don't got no more money if you want to go back to the casino, but my friend Theo, he could probably get you some if you want some.
Like, oh, that's really nice, Borge, but I'm just looking for a place to stay. I had to sell my house.
Shoot, that's a real bad. You can probably come stay with us. Ask Ma. A second. Ma!
Yeah.
Ma, it's Aunt Maggie.
Oh, Aunt Maggie.
She ain't got a house no more. She need to come stay with us, okay?
Oh, that sounds great.
Okay. Hey, Maggie, Ma said you come stay with us.
Oh, that's so nice.
Why you had to sell your house?
Oh, I got tired of it.
You got tired of it?
I got tired of it. I need to change the scenery. You know, I just wanted to take a vacation.
Well, I'm sure Ma could use some help out here. You know, she's been sick for some time now, so she can't do all the baby Olaf. He can't take care of him very well, but
I don't know. Cornbread? Okay.
Yeah, how do you like it? One second. And he's just gonna like hold the phone away. Okay, yeah, you can still come stay with us. When are you gonna be here?
Oh, I mean, I'm already on the way, really. So I'll be there in like, I don't know, 2 days driving.
Where are you driving from? That's 2 days. Oh yeah,
across Sweden.
I forgot you live in Spain. Welcome. Bring back some tapas with you.
Cornbread tapas.
So after 2 days, Aunt Maggie shows up.
Have I ever met her?
What kind of?
I don't know. What do you think?
I feel like yes. I feel like this is not the first time she's had to stay with us.
Probably not. Okay. Yeah. So she shows up and she's like, "Yeah, vacation. Let's go. Woo woo!" And she like pulls out 2 6-packs and comes into the house.
Hi, Maggie.
Hey, boys, how's it going?
It's going all right. What are you gonna do with those cans?
It's vacation. I'm gonna drink them. Do you want one?
No, I'm not allowed. Although I think
plops one in the hand to you.
Oh, thanks. Is Per still living at the farm?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think he's back in the school.
We didn't send him also to the island.
No.
Okay, that would be funny.
That would be really
To
funny.
live with his cyborg twins.
5 pers, 1 island. Okay, I'll just hold on to that. And Maggie, Ma I guess Aunt Maggie hasn't been here since Ma got sick.
Okay.
Though, so I'd be like, you probably don't give any of those to Ma. She's not doing too well, so she probably can't have one of those drinks. You know, they're not good for her.
Okay, I won't. I'll trust you, Borge. Is your pocket?
Don't you? What?
Your paw? Right?
Point of information. I've never met my
No,
dad,
I know.
right? I don't know who.
I
he
know.
is. Okay. How many of those you had here, Maggie? Yeah, I don't. You know my
Probably
pa.
one too many. Sorry.
You ask silly question. You know, I don't got no pa.
You have a lot of cousins. They have paws. I spoke out of turn. I'm really sorry.
Oh, you don't gotta apologize. Maybe just take it a little easy next time.
She heads in, pops another one for herself.
God. Great.
She's already on her third. She's halfway through a 6-pack.
Okay. Well, I'll go in and make sure she's not giving one to
No,
Ma.
she's not. Aunt Maggie wants a ball.
Car door
Do you
opens,
know what
cans
that
fall
means?
out.
Yeah, there's just cans in the back
She's
of her
only
car.
crazy with her own life, not other
Mhm.
people's lives.
Hey man, how long you gonna stay with us?
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't got no house anymore. How you gonna stay forever?
No, I won't stay forever. I'm just on vacation. I'm thinking, like, I don't know, till I overstay my welcome.
Oh, you can't stay welcome your family.
Perfect.
Oh God. Well, how big is the house? She doesn't have a room that she can stay in.
No. She'll just sleep on the couch, though.
Oh, I mean, you can sleep on the couch. Sometimes my falls asleep on the couch, but I guess if that happens, you can take her bed. Oh, we have man staying out in the shed. I'm sure he left a good little hay pile you could stay on if you get tired of the sofa. Don't blink at me, Aunt Maggie. You ungrateful. Okay.
I'll take the couch.
I'll take the hay pile.
Okay, I'll walk her through the whole daily schedule of like, this is when Ma gets up. You have to bring her food, okay? And then when she doesn't eat it, you have to make sure she eats it. And then you have to go feed Olaf, and then you need to change Olaf's diaper. You need to do all these things, and probably overwhelm her with the amount of responsibility she needs to have.
I mean, you start to tell her this, and she just seems to not pay attention.
Cracks open another one.
Yeah, she's just drinking through all of it. Oh, probably. But yeah, she is not interested in helping Olaf. She'll help your mom, but
What a joy to have around. Okay, well, I'll take this can and I will, I don't know, like put tape over the top of it because I know Theo would probably want this.
Take it to the super secret hideout.
You hear a
You have
knock
a
outside your
freezer
door.
in the super secret hideout, don't you?
Well, we do have a freezer. I'll put it next to the dead purr. Hopefully, no one ever goes.
I forgot
in
that
there.
was still there.
We got rid of that, I'm sure.
We made them take it to the island with them. So
Yeah,
they could
we
warn
were
their
like, take
brother.
this with you. You might need spare parts.
Okay, yeah, I'll freeze this beer for you then. Did Purr ever like? I don't know. Did he ever report anything of like her going shopping, but actually going to a loop hospital?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't think he stayed with you for, I mean, maybe like 3 days or something, and nothing like that happened.
Okay.
And maybe she went into town one day, but he said that she just like walked around a little bit and then went back.
Okay.
I think maybe after the first day of school, you all like get back at the super secret hideout to kind of check in. Emmy wants to see how you all feel like your classes are going so far.
Bad.
Self-designated personal tutor for both of these unwilling victims.
Yeah, not good. I think Theo has given up. He's like, my parents apparently have already pre-enrolled me in whatever this dumb school for dummy dumpster boring people is. So I'm done.
Why? You can't let them win?
Yeah, sounds like you just need to try real hard and I don't know, stop taking things from people and maybe they won't send you to that school.
Stop taking. That's not the problem.
What?
They don't know I take things.
What do your parents need so that you don't go to the school? Like, what do they want?
I don't know. They've already pre-enrolled me. They
Wow.
said if I got my grades up and like fix my attitude or whatever, then maybe I could stay. But apparently they're liars, so
Emmy's
Can't
like,
trust
I can
them.
help with the grades, but not with the attitude.
I can't help with the grades. I can help with the attitude.
you're both doomed to fail.
Emmy's like, I'm sure we can find a plan. Like, I'm sure we can think of something so you don't have to go to the stupid school, because that sounds.
Oh, I'll
Because-
just run away. It's fine. I've already figured it out.
You could go stay with Mason.
Yeah, she ran away. It's fine.
Or we can just delete your application from the Loop School.
Ooh, hack into the mainframe.
Yeah.
That's also a good option. Too bad my parents both work at the Loop.
I don't know.
Apparently,
just...
reality doesn't mean anything anymore.
I was gonna say, has Emmy asked either of us about like our yearbooks or anything, or our memories from those school years?
I think she might have been like sitting on it, because she's like, this is a bigger conspiracy than even I imagined. And I feel like you guys know that she's been researching things. Like, she's been like going to like the library, because we still have the keys, and like looking at other yearbooks to see if they're the same as this yearbook that was given. Like, she's been like cross-referencing things.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe casually she's like been like, oh yeah, like this person went to our school, do you remember him, kind of a thing. And I don't know how you guys respond. Abby, how did they respond?
They remember. I mean, you bring up people that have moved away since, and they remember them.
Okay.
Usually, unless they were unnotable, but
they're like, yeah, we remember all of these people as being
It was a
real and
fairly
in our
small
class.
school too,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. So I think that's like the level of like interaction you've had about it. So you're like, and you know she's working on something, but you don't know what it is. But maybe
with
she's
Emmy,
still,
that could mean anything.
that really could mean anything. So she might be a little touchier than usual. Like, you know, what is reality?
Theo whispers smart, Borje, have you given her a Swedish fish for the day?
And she's like,
She
I
had
just
her
need you guys to stay in school.
Borje, get the emergency Swedish fish.
You're going to be so good at calculus. You're going to be teaching that class.
She's scaring me, Theo.
Borje, give me the Swedish fish. Just throw them at her. She said the word. She said the word calculus. I don't even know what that class is.
It's math. My friends are all gonna leave me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
Too
how that
funny.
Uh,
went.
Theo, unrelated to that meltdown happening in the corner. Have you just tried telling your parents that you don't want to go to that school and that you want to stay here?
Yes, Borje. I've tried telling them. They don't listen to me. Their
Have you
parents.
Have you tried asking nicely rather than, I don't know, sometimes you have a tone that don't mean you're very nice.
I have a tone?
And Borsch is like, oh no, everyone's pissed.
If they can't handle me when they have a tone, they don't deserve to handle me when I'm nice.
Okay, I'll throw Swedish fish at Emmy and I'll go get that frozen beer from the freezer that I forgot about like weeks ago. Give that to Theo.
Emmy has like pulled
Theo's like,
herself together.
Borje, I can't drink this. It is frozen.
Oh, just wait a minute.
Emmy's like, just pretend to drink it. Oh,
No, Emmy, I want to drink this.
okay. She's like, just give it a minute. And I think maybe Emmy has been, while emotionally on edge, still functionally working out some sort of plan. And she has remembered that Borje gave her the bracelet that his mom wore to go to the hospital.
Mm.
And she's like, hospitals, records, birth records. We need to
We need to break into a hospital. It's like, I haven't done that one before.
And so she's like, oh yeah, like she presents like, oh, Borje, I was thinking about your mom and like how she went missing that day, and like if we could get our hands on the hospital records, that could be a really good way of like figuring out what she
Wow,
was
Emmy,
up to.
that's so thoughtful. You not thinking about yourself and putting your friends first without any ulterior motive.
She's like 2 birds, 1 stone. Come on.
Emmy always has an ulterior motive. There's no.
She's like, and
It's all about
I can
economy of
begin to-
investigation.
exactly. There's only one Emmy, and she goes to school. And 2 friends who don't know what calculus is.
I'm 12, Emmy.
I'm
That's no
14, Emmy.
excuse. Yeah. So I think she's like, well, we should find a way to get to the hospital eventually, because I think that'll have a lot of answers for us. But also, maybe Miss Marie Ingmamer can.
Miss Ingrid Blanket.
Marie blanking. We could check her into the hospital in exchange for records.
No, if we
Have her
help-
abducted
if
by
we help
aliens.
her with the mystery. She's a police officer, and police officers have access to like medical records and things in Sweden.
They can just look up birth
They do
records
now.
of anyone.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Not an abuse of power at all.
She believes in alien abductions. I'm pretty sure she's cool with subverting the system. Anyway, have you guys heard from her?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, she been real quiet after that boat trip. I think it real got to her. She told us all those things about her family. I don't think she's as put together as I would have thought.
Well, I am beginning to understand the sentiment.
Abby, is your sister? Can she get abducted?
No, she's still here. Borje, you saw her this morning.
Anybody else in your family get abducted?
TBD, Borje. TBD. She's like, let's not worry about that right now. She's like, what we need is, a good old fashioned mystery to
heist.
solve, or hospital heist, or calculus. I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
Definitely mystery. Nope. Hospital breaking and entering. That sounds awesome. I want to steal
Hospital?
a baby.
No babies.
I don't think you could get sent to that school if you stole a baby. Then you would get sent to juvie.
Yeah.
It's true. Juvie
That's
or boring
preferable.
school for boring people.
Juvie.
Duly noted. I will use you for all felonious acts from now on. Yeah. So she's
That
like,
lake is too far away to get to anyways, so
It
I
is
don't want to
really
have to
far away
drive
now.
over there.
It is really far. And there's school now. Okay, she's like, so the
We don't
hospital.
gotta go to school, Emmy. You just show
Pull
up and-
yourself together.
Exactly, Borje. School's for chumps.
She's like,
which is why we're gonna steal a baby.
She just looks up at the up at the ceiling, and she's like, Janet.
Janet, please help
Janet
me.
in the
Janet,
sky,
give me
please help me.
Janet, give me strength. Janet, take the wheel. Janet is like female Jesus.
To Emmy.
To Emmy, it's true though. She's like, okay, so the hospital, we can totally sneak in at night.
Totally.
Is there a
Might have a-
hospital that's not the Loop Hospital? Because I think my mom went to the Loop Hospital.
Um.
Want me to roll a die?
Yeah.
But which would have the birth records?
Please only be one. Please only be one.
Okay. Yeah, it's just one.
Oh,
That was just the number of hospitals, actually. You could have got 6.
I could have 6 hospitals. Damn it.
A
Then I
lot
would
of
work on my
medical
hacking
issues for
skills.
this area.
Yeah, there's
Theo, does your
just-
mom work in the hospital? At the Loop?
No, she's a scientist.
At the hospital?
At the Loop?
I don't think so. I think they're part of the research division.
It's a research hospital.
It's a research. I mean, I don't know.
So, for
We might need some
reference,
DM guidance.
Yeah. I know. I just came up with that idea. So DM guidance. Feel
Okay,
free
now we
to
switch to
bring me in.
Blades in the Dark rules.
Heist time!
the bracelet that your mom
Roll
was
your
wearing
engagement.
had the NAAB logo on it. And NAAB actually is not the Loop proper. They're just a company that collaborates with the Loop. And they run the hospital.
It's all Swedish to me.
Yes. But
I would hope.
NAAB stands for apparently Neuro Ascension and then a Swedish word that means incorporated, I think.
Maybe I don't.
Neuroascension
to go to the
sounds
hospital.
super helpful and not terrifying and not brainwashy at all.
Yeah, that's what the
Mhm.
company's called. The company has a facility that's guarded and like with electric fence and guard dogs and like the works. And then they also
Oh, that's fine.
like
Electric
sponsor
spook
the
them.
hospital. So it's the NAAB hospital.
Okay. Okay, well, let's just go in and ask nicely then. Can I contact somebody at the hospital? Maybe like I helped
Sure.
out one of the records.
Yeah, roll
ladies?
contact and then we can figure out who they are if you
Perfect. 3
Wow.
successes.
You guys are rolling crazy.
You really know someone in that hospital.
We really got an in.
Aunt
Wow.
Maggie's got a job at the hospital.
I don't think
She's
she
on
does.
vacation.
No,
Aunt
I don't want
Maggie
her.
would
Your
totally
other
sneak
aunt.
us in.
yeah, I don't want Aunt Maggie to be around. I don't like that one.
Wow. You can choose 2 bonus things. There's some good ones.
Oh, I was looking at Charm and I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
Contact
If I-
knows something important. The contact has all the right tools with her. Or you can use them once as an item.
Dang, contact is good.
Yeah.
If
Let's
you
see.
roll
I
good,
think
yeah.
her name is Olga.
Olga?
She works in the
Olga.
records office
Okay.
of this hospital. I think that
How do you know her?
I think I met her somewhere. I think I just was at something. Like, I don't know if it was a community event or something, and her husband had just died or something. And so then I showed up the next day with like a loaf of cornbread for her, and I was like, I thought you might need this. I hear you're going through some hard times without your husband." And she was just like, who is this child?" But then I don't know, I just like talked to her and made her feel good over cornbread.
Yeah.
And she's been my friend ever since.
Maybe do you sell your cornbread ever?
No, I would never charge for cornbread.
Oh,
Cornbread's
okay.
supposed to
Do
be
you
given out.
sell? You probably sell like eggs or milk or other farm
Yeah.
products. So maybe
Yeah.
you've been in contact with her since then, and she patronizes the farm now.
Okay, and I got 3 successes. I get to pick 2 of these things.
Yeah.
Let's see. She knows something important.
Okay.
I guess I don't know what it is. She does
Yep.
have that property about her. If it says I may use the contact, can that mean like Emmy could use the contact? If like
Sure.
Emmy wanted to investigate? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll have her.
Oh, thanks.
As an item.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So like Emmy is like Emmy and Theo are like expecting like this breaking and entering situation, and then Borge just like walks up to the desk and he's like, "I'm here to see Olga." And you're like, "What?"
How do you would you take like a delivery of whatever she's ordered? Is that standard practice that you just take it to the hospital and drop it off for her?
I don't think Borge really follows a standard process very often.
Yeah, no, I don't think so, but I think maybe instead of like, I don't know, delivering it to her house, I'll just be like, I'll take it to her at the hospital.
Yeah. So you show up.
Here's this raw milk in a canister. I thought it'd be a good idea to bring it to your workplace.
She works
Don't
in
be
the
silly, this
archives.
is
She doesn't
eggs.
have to. She's got refrigerators in there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Cool. And the receptionist looks a little confused, but points you in the direction of where Olga is. And you can meet up with Olga, and she's kind of like sifting through different papers and filing things away. As you
Oh,
go
hi,
in.
Olga. I got a deliver for you.
Oh,
I stopped by your house, but you want this, so I thought I'd come pop in at the hospital.
okay. That's fine. Thanks. Yeah.
This is my friend Amy. Have you met Amy?
No, I haven't.
Hi!
I love records.
She could be real scary at times, but boy, does she love records.
She's like, for school, we've been studying different filing systems, and I know that the Dewey Decimal filing system is organized this way, but I've never been in a hospital. How do you guys organize your records, huh?
Roll charm.
What's that over there?
Huh? Tell me about your record system.
Are you good at charm, Amy, or do you need me to lead you?
I'm gonna need a lead.
Okay.
I have a 1 charm.
Oh God. Okay, I'll lead. I'll get the conversation going about. I mean, don't get too carried away. You don't care about the Dewey Decimal System. No one cares about the Dewey Decimal System. No, Emmy.
Shut up, Borge. Everyone cares about the Dewey Decimal System.
This little guy, Emmy, really likes to learn. It's one of her favorite. I don't really understand, but boy, she really likes to learn. So I was thinking maybe we could just tell her a little bit about what you do here. I mean, she thought she might want to be a record woman in a hospital one day. Maybe you could be, I don't know, a role model. I don't know. Let me just roll lead so she can try and charm you with her sugar-addled brain.
Stressed out, sugar-addled brain.
1 success.
You get 2
Nice.
extra dice.
You get 2 dice.
Awesome. I'm gonna say that my geekiness is really gonna pull for me here.
Mhm.
That's what my theory is.
Nice. Good job.
Nice. Ha. So 1 charm.
So Olga kind of laughs and she's like, I used to be just like you. I think you would fit in great as an archivist. And she like takes you around and shows you the organization. She's like, this is where all of the birth records are, and this is where all of the treatment records are.
And
Just
she's
don't
like,
look at any of the names, because that's a HIPAA violation, but I can show you all of them.
trials, like, and I'm like, and medical trials? Where do you find
Oh, they're
those?
over there.
Perfect.
And she has everything like very methodically labeled. So she has like a little label maker, and everything's like.
And like, how do you keep track of all these people that come in, like, and get trials and tests done? Are those like categorized in a certain way too? Because you have like people and files you need to keep track of.
Right. So
How does that work?
She she has the files organized by date and then by last name alphabetically. So like for each day, she has all of the different patient files, and they're in this area if they're for test treatments, and they're in this area if they're confidential, and if they're in this area if they're just like standard medical practice. Like this is surgery and whatever.
Wonderful. Emmy's like, we're at a crucial point here. Do we want to return in the dead of night and find the records ourselves? Or try and get them now?
I can sort of distract her and lead her over to Theo. And sort of like leave you alone. Be like, my friend Theo, he's also real smart. He's good with tools sometimes, so I was thinking maybe he might want to be a surgeon. I don't know. I was wondering if you could maybe talk to him. He might be sent away to school if he doesn't improve his attitude. So I think maybe you could tell him. I'm literally just dragging her over to Theo.
Yeah. Okay. Roll. What would be distraction?
Have some milk.
Move.
Yeah,
it's fresh.
Move is good, or charm, either.
Can I move her with my tractor?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna charm as much as I enjoy moving things.
Oh my goodness, you guys are crazy.
Okay, yeah. So she keeps believing me that Theo's a troubled youth that needs help. She'll take risks to help me.
Oh.
By leaving
Emmy
alone. And she's infatuated with Theo. She just thinks he's the sweetest little boy.
Yeah.
And
he's so misunderstood.
Yeah, he reminds her of her son, who is also a troubled youth, but
now he's very successful.
Oh my gosh.
He just needed a little bit of
Theo's...
maybe her son went to the boring school for boring people.
No, he's the enemy.
And it didn't work out.
But now he's very successful. Yeah. So she goes over to Theo and she's like, I don't know, you mentioned surgery, so maybe she's like, oh, let me take you on a tour of the hospital, and like you can kind of see how the operations go, and like my son was just like you at your age, but he's like a real engineer now, and he's moved on to Norway, and he's left Sweden, and
even worse, he goes to Norway.
Emmy glares at you over the shoulder of Olga and is like...
Theo rolls his eyes and starts walking towards the door for this tour.
And she takes you on a little quick jaunt around the hospital and kind of explains to you what all these people are doing, and like stops a doctor and is like, this young man might want to be a doctor. Can you like... He'd love to interview you about your job.
Really love those sharp, pointy objects. Get me closer to those.
And Emmy can investigate for what you're looking for.
Perfect.
Can she have that +1 from Olga being a tool?
Fine. Yeah, she's explained where everything is.
Good reminder.
Nice. So, investigate usually has questions, but you're just looking. What are you looking for specifically?
Um, so I guess the two questions could be like, is there a record of Borge's mom coming to the hospital with that like specific number code that was on her bracelet?
Yep.
Um, and are there other like birth records for like for me being like for my family in this town? Because I didn't grow up like I don't think of myself as like having lived or been born here or like
No,
growing
yeah.
up here. So like I want to see if my family has like any birth records.
Okay, sure. So with your 2 successes, I think you can do both of those. So with Borge's mom's code, you pull out the bracelet and you try to match it up, and like it has a date printed on it, so you can go into the dates and then kind of search by that. And there is a record of her being admitted into the hospital, and it's in the experimental treatment section.
Does it have the doctor's name?
Yes? Yeah. I think it probably has... Maybe it has a doctor code. And then it says, like, experimental dementia treatment. And then the rest of it is all redacted.
Wonderful. Emmy's like furiously writing everything down.
Yeah.
She's like, doesn't tell Borge anything. She just like snaps that shut. She's like, that's done. She scurries over to the birth records and looks up her family.
Yeah.
Like maybe both her mom's maiden name and like her married name.
Okay, yeah. So you look up your mom's name. Do you think both of your parents are from Sweden? How did they meet?
Well, if anything they told me is true. I feel like because we said my mom's a stay-at-home mom and my dad works in like a boring office job somewhere. So I feel like my mom met my dad by like she had to like go get her taxes reviewed or like whatever he did, and he was the one that like helped her like pay her taxes or whatever it was.
So romantic.
It was super romantic, and you know, they fell in love over that. My mom just like happened to bring baked goods around with her all the time and was just, you know, would be like, oh, I was thinking of you and your favorite cookies. It's a very 1950s romance in the like 60s, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think you find a birth record for your mom under her maiden name, but not your dad.
Okay.
That would be weird if your dad was born under your mom's maiden name.
Terrible. He's not listed as the father. Like, there's no one listed as a father.
For your mom?
I guess usually when on the birth record, there's usually a father and a mother's name.
I mean, you find your mom's birth record.
Oh, okay. So she was born here.
Yes.
But none for me, none for my dad.
None for your dad, but you do find one for you and for your sister.
So.
And probably another one that's redacted.
Ba ba ba. Redacted.
I think she's gonna steal those and stick it in her encyclopedia.
Olga trusted you.
She'll return, baby.
The whole point was to betray Olga.
They'll never find out, boys. They'll never find out. It'll be fine. They never found out about the dead bodies. I doubt 3 missing files that are 7 years old plus.
She goes through every file in this room every day.
So do I have to roll to like steal them?
No, I think you can steal them.
Okay. So
You're like shoving them into your thing, and you get it just in your backpack as the door's opening back up. You see Theo roll his eyes at you.
Hi! Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that we got to learn about new filing systems today. And she like walks and she's like, and I know Theo just loved learning being a surgeon.
Yeah. Definitely up there on the career path, right under trash compactor.
And she's like, okay, thanks, I'll go. You're the best. Bye. And she like speed walks out there.
Is trash compactor a profession?
No, he meant the actual machine. As a human trash compactor.
He's gonna live under the cupboard in some family's home, and every time they throw trash underneath, he just like makes a grinding
It's
noise
like
and
in
crushes
in
it.
the Flintstones, they had
No!
a
I
dinosaur
meant
that
like
did
at a like
a junkyard.
a junkyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the like a sink thing.
Not a garbage disposal,
Yeah.
but a trash compactor. Two very distinct career paths.
You have to do a lot of schooling.
Yeah.
It's hard to get those perfect cubes,
It is.
especially with just your hands.
Geometry might even be needed.
No, don't say
Not
that
calculus.
cursed word.
Not calculus, but geometry.
All right, you all get out of this hospital, no problem.
Emmy is like speed walking.
Did we
back.
learn anything? Theo was just here for the ride.
She's like, "It's
And
not
for the breaking and entering that didn't happen.
She's like, it's not secure. She's like speed walks, and she just basically like doesn't answer any of your questions until you're in the super secret hideout. And then she will proceed to pull out the slow accumulation of mysterious objects, revealing a mysterious path. And she'll like be prepared to like talk to you guys about it. I feel like she like sits down. She's like not talking. She just like lays out all of the things. She's
All
like
of her
photo.
evidence.
Yeah, all the evidence that she's been carrying around with her, lest it disappear. Yeah,
What's
so she
this
has,
photo,
like,
Emmett? It's you and some man. Who is that?
I don't know.
Why do you have a photo with them, man?
And she's like, guys, do you remember me before I moved here?
How would I remember you if I hadn't met you yet, Emmett?
Okay, would we?
No, you don't.
No, okay. No. What are you talking about?
And she's like, look at this! And she opens up the yearbook and she points to her face, right next to your face, Theo. And Borje, I'm assuming you're a class ahead of us.
I think you see the picture and it doesn't seem wrong, but you also don't remember Emmy being there. Like, you remember a girl maybe that looked like Emmy, but not her.
So you guys aren't concerned.
No. Theo's like, I have one of these yearbooks somewhere, probably. That's not, what is this?
Wait,
Where
is
did
it like
you
a
find
whole
this?
class photo with the girl that looks like Emmy, or does it like break out and list each of the children and it says Emmy's name?
It has a photo with all of the kids, and there's a girl that looks exactly like Emmy.
Okay. Like, oh, Emmy, that was our friend from before you moved here. What was her name, Theo?
Louisa.
No, it wasn't Louisa. It was
Nope.
why can't I
What
think of her
was
name?
her name, Borje?
I don't remember what her name was.
Oh, okay, I don't either. But it's not Emmy.
Emmy's like, it doesn't matter. she's
Then
she's
why did you show it to us, Emmy?
she's like, hold on, Theo.
I have a bad attitude,
I
remember?
can't with you right now, Theo. She's like, it gets even.
But I'm gonna be a
weirder.
doctor. I'm gonna be a surgeon one day.
You never know, Theo. You're definitely operating on my nerves at the moment.
Oh, he's a neurosurgeon.
No, Borje, I'm a trash compactor.
And she's like, it gets okay. So you guys know, or maybe you don't know, but like, there's somebody who's been following me. I think I've mentioned it. Maybe
You mentioned it.
Yeah. Well, I've been finding things like things in my room have been moved around, and then somebody left that yearbook with this photo in it and this picture of me, maybe me, but I didn't live here. So that's really weird. And so when we were at the hospital, I don't remember living here. My mom doesn't remember living here. And so I thought, well, we were in the hospital. We looked at Borge's mom's stuff, which I found. We could also see if there was any record of me living here that maybe I don't remember. And there is. And she like pulls out the like 3 birth records of like herself, her sister, and like the redacted one. And she's like, like, my family does not remember living here. Like, my mom has never mentioned living here. Why was I born here?
I think Borje grabs the redacted one and was like, Emmett, I think I believe you. I can't read this one.
She's like, that's good. That's good, Borje. She's like, and there's this photo in our house that I never thought about it until now, but it's been cut and there's somebody's arm in it, but their face has been cut out. And it could be, I don't know.
They probably got killed by the cyborgs.
Anyway, Emmy's giving her rambly rambles. And she's like, and this is why I've been really stressed
100%.
lately.
Well, Emmy, if you can't remember, what does that mean?
I don't know, Borje.
Emmy,
Not good
what
news.
if you're Janet? But you don't remember being Janet.
That would be the best case scenario. Emmy's like, yes, Borje. Yes, maybe I am Janet. She's just like pats him on the shoulder, and she's like, yes. And she's like, can I have some cornbread? She turns to Theo.
Theo's like,
what do you think? You don't remember me at all? This is really weird.
No, you did not. You were not here for any of the school years.
Then why?
You could have been homeschooled somewhere.
But then why am I in the photo? And
that's
why does
this
guy keep
photo.
Following me? Why
well, that I have no explanation. I say we sneak up on him and beat the snot out of him.
We could spook him.
Spook him with the electric spooker.
We spook him with the electric spooker. We do the serious spooking.
Emmy is just like, I'm just really stressed. Like, I know you need help with school, and I know that Borje needs help with his mom, but this guy is following me, and things are moved in my room, and he's leaving presents for me. Like, what does this mean? I don't know. What would Janet do? I don't know what Janet would do.
Janet would carry a gun and shoot him.
I don't have a gun.
I can solve that problem.
Borje probably has like a hunting rifle.
Probably.
Oh, for sure.
Probably.
He's not going to give you a gun. He's not.
He's not. He's not going to give a gun to a hopped up 12-year-old who's paranoid.
It's not that he doesn't trust you. He just thinks you should talk to this guy.
Oh, we
With
gotta
That's
Borge.
find him
Borge's response
first.
to everything.
Yeah,
Talk
worked
first,
at
shoot
the
later.
android.
Anyway, Emmy was like, things have just gotten too weird, and I had to let you guys know because you would think I was crazy if I didn't have evidence
Oh,
beforehand.
I would never think you're crazy, Emmy. Here, have some fish.
You can't just give me Swedish fish whenever you say something mean to distract me.
I feel like she says that, but she still
It's
gets
okay.
Yeah,
distracted.
just picking them up off the floor, eating them.
She's like, anyway, I don't know what we're gonna do about it, but
I don't know what we're gonna do about it either.
Also, Borge, I found a record of your mom at the hospital. She was definitely there, seeing a doctor for some special treatments.
That don't make any kind of sense, Emmy. She doesn't even know she's sick. Why would she go to the hospital?
I don't know. Borge, none of this makes any sense anymore.
Never trust a loop doctor or loop affiliated doctor.
Those LA doctors, they're the worst. Loop affiliated. So she's like, I'll keep an eye out for like more information on this person, but that's all I know right now, Borge, is that she was definitely checked into the hospital for some treatments. Did it seem like there was like a schedule, like she was gonna go in for more, Abby? Could I tell? Like it was like the
Probably.
first of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Emmy would be like, yeah, I feel like she's from the records, she has like at least 2 more sessions that she needs to do. So you can
Well, does it
keep
say
an eye
she's gonna
out.
get better?
It didn't say anything else. It looks like this. She points at the redacted file, and she's like, I wrote down everything that that I could see, but I was afraid since she still had appointments, if I stole it, they would realize somebody had broke in.
There was nothing else? You didn't miss anything, Emmy?
It's
You didn't-
nothing else that I could find.
You put in a lot of effort. You didn't shortchange my mom's records. You could go find your weird birth records.
No! I found yours first.
Okay, thanks, Emmy.
I swear on Janet's life.
Continued
Fictitious
literary
life.
success.
I swear on the code that Janet holds dear that I truly copied everything down.
Does it say, is like the next one coming up, or is it like a long time from now, Emmy?
It's probably like a month, maybe.
Okay.
So we can just follow her and find out what happens. And Emmy's like, huh.
Well, y'all got problems.
Emmy's like, I got a lot off my chest, and I feel like she just like lays down and goes to sleep. Like the stress just like oozed out of her body, and she like takes all the papers back and like puts them under her bed, under her like head as a pillow, to keep them safe, and then she like promptly falls asleep on like what passes for like the couchy armchair situation in the super secret hideout.
As Emmy kind of passes out, I feel like Borge brings over a blanket and just like puts it over her awkwardly.
She's just like,
and then Borge and Theo just sit there in the super secret hideout contemplating all of the things that they've been through and learned, and that's where we'll pick up next time.
Yay!
yay.
Yay.
I was like, no yay from Logan.
Yay.
Yay.
Super yay.
Good. Well, you guys rolled so many 6s. So good job.
Very lucky.
Yeah.
Get ready for next week then, Charlotte. We all
Gonna
gotta roll.
punch us in the face next time we play Tales from the Loop. Yeah, but next week we'll be back with Blades in the Dark. they're in the middle of a heist trying to steal from the Gervais family
The
and discover
Gervais.
their deep dark
Gervais.
secrets. And we'll see how that goes.
I forgot that I
they've become
conjured a
fairly
ghost.
stressed. Yeah, and you conjured a ghost recently.
I think I have one stress.
Yeah,
I am
don't
very,
just,
very unstressed.
don't just be taking more stress because I have like
Abby and Sarah are very
I'm
stressed.
stressed. Yeah. It's very fun. And we have a Halloween episode of Honey Heist to be
Very
recorded,
excited.
and we don't have a date that we're streaming that yet, but that will be in the pipeline sometime next week, I guess.
candy heist.
Yeah.
Heist.
It'll just be fun shenanigans, hopefully. So
Just all shenanigans and
just
bear
all
puns.
shenanigans.
Just bear voices and
Yep,
shenanigans.
it'll be a great time. But that's what we got going on. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks so much, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye.